Top 5 Best Blendtec Blenders. Number 5. Blendtec Blender Connoisseur 825. The Blendtec Connoisseur 825 professional blender has 30 pre-programmed one-touch blending cycles and a new BPA-free, impact-resistant jar with a vented gripper lid. This jar has 5 sides that are made to automatically pull the ingredients toward the blade. It has a 90-ounce volume and a 36-ounce blending capacity. This blender is the most complicated of all the Blendtec blenders, and it vibrates so badly while blending that the whole unit dances on your countertop. This is a good blender, but it's not made of the same quality materials as some of the others. It won't last as long. It's estimated that this unit only has a lifetime of 3 years or less. Pros: 30 pre-programmed cycles. BPA-free, impact-resistant jar with vented gripper lid. Cons: complicated to use. Vibrates. The lifespan of 3 years or less. Coming in number 4. Blendtec Total Classic Blender with WildSide Plus. The Blendtec Total Classic Original Blender with WildSide Plus jar has 6 pre-programmed cycles for those food items that are made most often, and 10 manual speed settings for those made less frequently. It has the same thick stainless steel forged blade with wings as the previous 2 blenders, but it doesn't have the power needed to liquefy frozen or large chunks of food. The Total Classic Original also comes with the 90-ounce volume BPA-free and impact-resistant jar. It has the capacity to blend up to 36 ounces of wet or dry ingredients, but it is made out of plastic. Even though the motor on this blender isn't as powerful as some of the others, it is loud and too powerful for the plastic of the container. After about 200 uses, the plastic begins to wear down and starts to leak. The leak weakens the material, and it begins to deteriorate and leave metal flecks in the food. Pros: 6 pre-programmed cycles. 10-speed manual control. Stainless steel forged blade with wings. BPA-free, impact-resistant jar. Cons: doesn't completely chop up food. Plastic container. Loud. Container breaks down and leaks. Metal flecks in food. Coming in number 3. Blendtec Total Classic FourSide. The Blendtec Total Classic Original Blender with FourSide jar has 6 pre-programmed cycles for those foods that are very popular and a 10-speed manual control for those foods that aren't. It has the same patented stainless steel forged blade with wings as the Designer series, but this one doesn't completely chop up frozen foods or foods with skins, such as apples or grapes. Even though your food may be a little chunky, it is blended in a BPA-free 4-sided jar that can hold a total volume of 75 ounces and can blend up to 32 ounces of your favorite foods, whether they are wet or dry. The only downside to this container is that it is plastic and vibrates wildly while blending. It would be much sturdier if it were made out of more substantial material. There are a couple of things that we aren't particularly fond of. The first is that it's loud. You won't want to use this blender in the morning if you're anywhere near a bedroom with a sleeping person. The warranty on this product begins on the manufactured date, not on the purchase date. You'll want to check for dates on the box and get one that hasn't been sitting on the shelves for a while. Pros: 6 pre-programmed cycles. 10-speed manual control. Stainless steel forged blade with wings. BPA-free 4-side jar. Cons: doesn't completely chop up food. Plastic container. Jar vibrates. Loud. Warranty from manufactured date, not the purchase date. Coming in number 2. Blendtec Designer Series Blender. The Blendtec Designer Series Blender with WildSide Plus jar has 8 speeds, so there is one that will meet your needs. It has a touch LED display with 7 different blending options, and a countdown timer so you know how much time you have left in your blend. The housing also has internal baffling to reduce the noise, but it isn't as effective as the stealth technology of the Professional 800. This Designer Series blender has a patented stainless steel forged blade that is 80% thicker and 10 times stronger than most other blender blades on the market. The blades also have wings to help you achieve incredibly smooth blends. The coolest thing about these blades is the fact that they are dull. No more cuts on your fingers or missing chunks out of your spatula. Like the Professional 800, this blender comes with the 90-ounce volume WildSide jar. It has the ability to blend up to 36 ounces of wet or dry ingredients that are kept inside by a vented gripper lid. This jar is very sturdy, but the housing doesn't have any kind of rubber on the bottom to hold it still, so the whole machine dances around on the countertop while blending. The lines on the jar also make getting all the food out difficult. Pros: 8 speeds. Touch LED display with 7 blending options. Internal baffling reduces noise. 80% thicker stainless steel forged blade with wings. BPA-free, impact-resistant jar with vented gripper lid. Cons: loud. Lines on jar make getting all ingredients out hard. Dances on countertop. Coming in number 1. Blendtec Professional 800 Blender. The Blendtec Professional 800 is a professional-grade blender that has 6 pre-programmed one-touch timed cycles for crushing ice, making soups and smoothies, self-cleaning, and much more. It has a one-touch LCD interface control pad with a countdown timer to keep your non-pre-programmed blends consistent. The Professional 800 has 11 speeds that are controlled just by rubbing your finger over the touch slider on the control pad. This blender comes with one BPA-free and impact-resistant WildSide jar with an extra broad base for added stability. It has the space to hold up to 90 ounces of volume, or 36 ounces when blending wet or dry ingredients. It is topped off with a vented gripper lid to lock all the contents inside the jar. There are many WildSide jars that can be purchased for blending smaller amounts, but they don't fit securely and wobble while blending. There is also some issue with their lids popping off. We recommend sticking with the larger jar that comes with the base. The only problem with the large jar is that it makes this unit too large for some cabinets, so it may be tricky for some. The absolute best thing about this blender is the new stealth technology that has made it one of the quietest blenders on the market. This is huge. Past Blendtec blenders were so loud that you'd have to wear earplugs to use one. All in all, we think this is the best Blendtec blender available. Pros: professional grade. 6 pre-programmed, one-touch timed blend cycles. One-touch LCD interface with countdown timer. 11-speed touch slider, pulse. BPA-free, impact-resistant jar with vented gripper lid. Stealth technology for quiet operation. Cons: large. Mini WildSide jar wobbles.